Well, as I've mentioned before, um, I've said that, some of my friends knew what my family was like even before I opened up to them, and I had no idea. Um, and I said I would say how that happened, and I haven't gotten around to doing it yet, so I thought I might do that. Um, well, it happened one day when, in particular, my mom was just. There was nothing I could do to make anybody feel satisfied that day. Everybody was just kind of, to be honest, just being assholes. And I know there's nothing I can really do to make anybody happy. It's just really frustrating that even when you're doing everything you're told to do, um, I know that sounds crazy. Even at 30 years old, I still have to do what I'm told to do, kind of like a robot. Uh, but you get it. It was just that day, everything was just wrong in their eyes, and I just got really tired. And I went on Facebook and I posted it, but I was not stupid. I blocked my family from seeing it because I've tried confronting them before, but it never helps. Um, then they just start accusing me of things. And no one shows any sympathy or remorse for how much they hurt me. So, I completely blocked them from that post because, well, I didn't want any more screaming or yelling. I just was tired and wanted to open up and didn't want to be alone anymore. And to my shock, I did not expect that. I expected that. Honestly, I was just too drained to keep up this face anymore, or this wall. And even though I knew I assumed I was going to get some backlash for it, um, you know, I was just too drained, like I said, to keep face. So I just posted it on Facebook. And I had some friends, comment and, talk with me and then message with me. And come to find out, a lot of them could tell that my mom was favoring my sister. A lot of them could tell that my mom and was really just kind of treating me like shit. Uh, and that meant so much to me, because it let me know I really wasn't alone, and it let me know a lot more people can see than I thought could see. Um, so yeah, that's how that happened. That's how my friends, well, how I found out my friends already knew. And these were people that my family were friends with. These weren't just my friends. Of course, once my mom found out, and I'm sure she did, because it was after I had posted it on Facebook. Um, Somehow, moms find out things. I don't think she found out about the post, but I do think she found out about how some people really felt and knew what she was doing. Um, I found out that, in particularly one close friend of ours, um, she happened to notice, and she's just been very sweet and very supportive. I'm just glad for the that I opened up to the people that I did. It's made life a lot easier. It's made me feel so much like not. It made me feel like I'm not alone anymore. I mean, the friend that I found out could see something was going on, but she didn't know what, she said. She could see something was going on, though, but she wasn't certain. She tells me about how she deals with people that are manipulative too, and yeah, and one woman who is oddly a friend of my mom's, um, she's actually the sister of a friend of hers from high school. Um, she's still good to my mom, which I appreciate, but she really seems to understand. She says her mom actually does the same thing to her. She gets blamed for a lot. She gets accused of a lot of things. She gets looked at like she's manipulative and keeping secrets and crap she's not doing. So, pretty much being treated with like the black sheep of the family. And so yeah, it's been a good thing and healthy thing for me to open up. Um, I find it really sweet though, like how many friends offer to get me out and let me come stay with them. I always decline the offer though, simply because I was taught to be dependent, and not so much independent. So I declined simply because I want to get out on my own. I want myself to learn how to be independent. I don't want to learn to be dependent on somebody else. I appreciate their offer, and I know they mean well in their heart. It's just, I know what I have to do for me in order to grow. I had one friend get really stubborn with me, though, and she was all like, well, sometimes when you're getting out, you need help. Everybody needs help. And I'm like, okay, okay. So, I let her win that one. She was right. When you get on your own, I'm sure everybody does need help, and I'll probably need help too when I get out. I just want to work on getting out on my own, but when I am out, if I need help, I'll let them know. But so yeah, and just wanted to say, it's a little awkward, sometimes doing these videos where it just feels like I'm talking about myself a lot. Um, and I guess I kind of am. I just don't want to seem narcissistic. Um, because often I usually am keeping my thoughts to myself. I don't really get a chance to talk to people hardly or connect. Um, as I said, my sister and my mom, they pretty much take the limelight and they don't want me anywhere near it. They would like to just kind of pretend I don't exist. So pretty much this is the only moment I'm getting to share my thoughts. Um, so yeah, that's probably why I have a lot to say. Because this is one of the few times I really get to talk or open up. So, uh, I'm not narcissistic. I or self-centered. I'm usually talking about others, as in, hey, what's your favorite bands? What things do you like? I always try to connect with people and help build their confidence. Just letting them know they're special and they're valuable and they mean something. Um, this is one of the few times I really get to talk about my life and myself and my thoughts. So I just thought I'd explain that real quick. That these videos. This is just my one moment. If you were to meet me in person, though, it would not be all about me. It would really be more probably all about you. Um, and the few times I mention myself when I'm talking to somebody, it's usually to give them comfort that a bad habit they have is okay. So I give them things about myself they can relate to, just so they can feel comfortable knowing that they are not the only one with that bad habit, or they're not the only one that likes these weird things, or, so that's the only time I really bring myself up in a conversation, just to, ease somebody a little more into conversation to keep them from having anxiety, or, just to let them know, hey, you're not alone. It's okay that you're awkward. We're all awkward. Even I'm awkward. So, yeah, uh, just wanted to say that, and that's all. So, yeah, so that's how I found out my friends knew what was going on. And these are friends of the family as well. And forgive me, as it might seem narcissistic, but I really am not. This is just my one open place to talk. So yeah, you have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and goodbye now.